So I did a fantasy basketball league on ESPN. There was 3 other guys within this league that I know personally. The other people were just random individuals that decided to join. We were cool with that. I'm going to go over the team that I picked, and y'all can tell me what you like about it, what you think is wrong, how you think I'm going to do. Now, there is a flaw that I made while drafting this team. I'm going to see if y'all could pick up on it. I didn't realize it until late in the rounds as I was doing it. I'm like, oh man, I kind of messed up there. It wasn't anything too big. I tried to rebound from it. All right, now let's get into this. So in round 1, as you see, this individual picked Victor Wembanyama. I thought that was a good pickup, a really good one. If I got the first pick, I'm taking Wembanyama or Nikola Jokic. I would go with Wemby since he gets so many blocks, man. It's hard to find somebody that gets 3-4 blocks a game. He's still going to get you that 20 points, 10 rebounds. At the bare minimum, since his rookie year, he only played under 30 minutes. I expect that to go up more. You could talk about the assists, but with the right drafting, you can make up for that. This pick was a solid one. Now let's move along. The next one was Luka Doncic, then Nikola Jokic, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander at 5, Tyrese Halliburton. Then the 6th pick, the official basketball plug as you see, which is me, I picked Giannis Antetokounmpo. I thought that was the best one. Giannis is going to give me a solid plus 20 points with the 10 rebounds, high field goal percentage. He's going to give me some blocks and steals. The only concern that I had was the free throw percentage and the 3-pointers. Outside of that, I thought Giannis was the best pick at this point in the draft, so I took him. In round 2 of the draft, it starts off with Karl Anthony Towns going first, Anthony Davis, Anthony Edwards, LaMelo Ball. Then is my pick at the 15th. I took Steph Curry. The reason why I took him was to make up for the deficiencies that Giannis would have when it came to free throw percentage and 3-point shooting. Who else other than Steph Curry is going to shoot so many 3-pointers and make them at a high clip while giving you a free throw percentage? He's going to give me a 30-point ball probably almost every game, I'm assuming. This one was just to me a no-brainer, and that's who I went with. Round number 3, we got Devin Booker going 1, Kevin Durant, Cade Cunningham, Jalen Brunson, James Harden. Then it's my pick. I took Bam Adebayo. The reason being, I believe in the NBA, it's a lot harder to get a solid big man, even in a game like fantasy or real life, versus there's so many wing players and perimeter players that you could choose from overall. I just think when I'm doing something like a fantasy, I want to get the best big man available as fast as possible. Then I'll start looking towards the guards and who I can get out on the perimeter. Round number 4, Alperen Sengun goes number 1. I was actually thinking of taking him instead of Bam. The only reason why I went with Bam, I thought he would be more predictable in terms of what he would give me. If I picked Alperen Sengun, it would be because I believe he's going to take a huge step moving forward and really blossom into a star player. Basically, Alperen Sengun would be trying to hit a home run. Bam is more of the safer pick. You know what you're going to get with him. Right after that, you see Vucevic goes next, Rudy Gobert, Paul George, and then the pick comes to me. I take Lauri Markkanen, as I was saying before with the 3-point shooting with Giannis. It's kind of the same thing with Bam. I'm trying to offset everyone's skills. What one player can't do, I want the other one to do. Also, at this point, I wanted a small forward or a shooting guard. I had Steph Curry already at point guard, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Bam Adebayo. I was looking for that wing player. Lauri's a star on Utah. Nobody's going to get in his way. So that was also the reason why I made this decision. Round number 5, Evan Mobley goes number 1, Miles Turner, Mikal Bridges. I was very surprised at that pick. I thought Mikal went really too high. There was other small forwards or just players overall you could have taken, but you know, that was his or her choice to make. Moving along, Zion Williamson went next. Then it was Derek White. That was another one that I was scratching my head over. There's just better players on the board in my opinion, unless you're taking White because you like the blocks that he gives you at that position. He definitely blocks a lot more than the average shooting guard. Nonetheless, my pick was the very next one. I took Zach LaVine. I was a little bit worried. I'm hearing a lot of trade rumors with Zach and maybe some tension with him and where the franchise is going. But the thought of DeMar DeRozan leaving and Zach LaVine getting more room to just really create and be an offensive threat was just too enticing for me to pass on. And then I wanted a shooting guard. As I was saying before in round number 4, I was looking for a small forward shooting guard. I got that with Markkanen. And then for my shooting guard position, I took Zach LaVine. Round number 6, Miles Bridges goes first, Emmanuel Quickley, Jalen Johnson, Pascal Siakam. I actually wanted Pascal Siakam. I ended up going now with Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas, this one was an upside. Strictly, I'm believing in him having a huge year with the Brooklyn Nets, strictly for scoring and 3-point shooting. I don't think Cam Thomas is going to fill out the other stat lines. This was just a pick. Hey, man, if I need some extra points, if I'm down 20 or 15 and it's a close matchup against somebody else, I'm hoping Cam Thomas could have a huge game and bail me out. Round number 7, Franz Wagner goes, then Drew Holiday, CJ McCollum, DeMar DeRozan, Jimmy Butler. Then with my pick, I took Jared Allen. I actually wanted Nick Claxton. He went just with the last pick in the 6th round. I believe he was, the leader in blocks per game, or just right behind Wemby, somewhere in that top 5. That's who I wanted. I really thought that maybe I was lacking a little bit with the blocks and steals. I took Jared Allen next. He's still going to give me at least a block a game. I also was looking at him as too good of a big man at this point to pass up in terms of talent and what was left over with the remaining players, and that is why I made this choice at this point in time. Round number 8, you see Brandon Ingram go, followed by Tyler Hero, Kobe White, Jalen Duren. This is where I made an honest mistake. It says Buddy Hield. That was not my intention. I accidentally picked his name. I wanted to select Bradley Beal. I was doing too much at one time while paying attention to the draft. This was one of those, I gotta chalk it up and just keep it moving. And then I kind of looked at the other players that went after him: Amen Thompson, Zach Edey, Bradley Beal, who I said I just wanted, D'Angelo. And I just had to keep it moving from there. Round number 9, Herbert Jones is selected. Then it was Bogdan Bogdanovic, Daniel Gafford, Keegan Murray, Donovan Clingan. And then with me, I took Draymond Green, jack of all trades. Can't go wrong at this point. It's getting late. This is where you really got to know who are the role players that can really fill out the stats. Draymond's going to give me a little bit of points, a little bit of rebounds, a little bit of assists, a block, a steal. He's not going to shoot a bad percentage. The 3-pointers I'm not going to get. Outside of that, he's giving me everything that you could possibly want in a box score. Round number 10, we got Josh Giddey, Jeremy Grant, Kawhi Leonard, who is just unfortunate to see a superstar like that have so much injuries that even in a fantasy draft, people don't want to draft him a lot earlier, where he should be really in the 1st round. It just is what it is. Terry Rozier. I took DeAndre Ayton. I was very surprised to see him still on the board. Perhaps that's due to some injuries that he had in the past. But this guy is 18 points, 17 points, 10 rebounds. Could get you really 20 and 10 on any given night. Shoots a very high percentage from the field, close to 60%. This was a steal to me at this point. This is who I took. Round number 11 is when I got my epiphany that hit me. I realized, oh shoot, I'm missing something on my team and I need to address this as soon as possible if it's not too late. I'm going to tell you in just a bit. Scoot Henderson goes number 1 in this round. Reed Shepard, Jabari Smith, Jordan Poole, Jalen Suggs. Then my pick, I take Russell Westbrook. The reason why I took this pick, this was my only 2nd point guard that I chose in the whole draft. Steph Curry is the only point guard that I had up until this point. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't take any other point guards. Russell Westbrook, I was happy he was still there. I was watching the Denver Nuggets in a preseason game. It's really only him coming off the bench. It looks like he's going to run the whole show, go out there, play 25, 30 minutes, and really fill out the stat sheet as much as possible. The 2nd best player with him off the bench is probably Dario Saric, I think. So, yeah, it looks like he's going to have the clear green light to do what he does. I was glad he was still there for a point guard selection on my part. To sum this all up now, I took Chris Paul in the next round, followed by Jonathan Kuminga. What do y'all think about my team overall? What do you like? What do you don't like? How did I construct this? Am I a good GM? I believe so. This team looks really good to me outside of the point guard issue, which I solved, in my opinion, just getting Russell Westbrook and Chris Paul. I already have guys that I think will get me some assists. Hit me up in the comment section though about your own team, how you construct fantasy. You always got to remember too, right? This is not real life. It's really about statistics, numbers. This is where advanced statistics could come in overall, and PER, these kind of things. If you're really into that, this is probably something for you. I'm into numbers, but I do also like watching the game as well, really seeing what's going on beyond it. This is fun though, just to have a little bit of bragging rights with your homies and whatnot. Hit me up in the comment section and let me know how you are assessing this whole draft, the selections that were made. As always, salute for listening. Peace. One more thing, if you made it this far, please check the link in the description of this video. There's a Kobe Bryant Mamba Mentality book where he's narrating the story of the game of basketball, giving you insights of his career, how the game is played. This is something that is really, really a great read if you're into the nuance of the game. Again, it's an Amazon link and it's in the description. All right, now I'm out.